Yeah, this is going to be very, very exciting. Mike wins the neck. For a lot of you guys that don't know, was actually the finalist in CTWC back in 2012, has played in numerous CTWCs, so is definitely very, very battle-tested when it comes to playing elite opponents. Valor, however, extremely solid, consistent player, well-known throughout the Classic Tetris community as a coach for numerous players, has coached probably close to about 20 different players to max outs, extremely consistent DAS player, one of the favorites for sure in this event, having qualified fourth, and one of only 4 players to get max outs during the qualifiers. If any of you guys in the chat are interested in really learning how to play good stacking Tetris, hit up Valor. He'd be happy to coach you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this POG matchup on the road. Game number 1 is going on the run. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
Here we go.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat saying this is going to be a really, really good match. I know it's going to be. I want to see some double kill screens here. You know it. I know it. Let's get it done. Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, unfortunate early misdrop right there from Valor. Valor should be able to burn out of this, though. Not the best way to get started, though, but luckily it wasn't super high up the board. Fortunately, had to seal the well off at the last second right there. Is getting a piece over. Should be okay. Still creating a little bit of a spire in the middle, though, is Valor. But Valor still not in danger yet. Still getting some pieces down. It's getting really, really close, though. L piece would be really, really nice right now. Instead, ends up using the S to try and seal it partially now. Still not really getting ready to go in. Yeah, still get it over. Still alive right now. Still alive. Valor is still alive. Come on. Valor's got to fight really, really hard here. Still getting through it. Oh, he could burn himself back way down to about 60% or so of the way down the board. He's getting some good pieces right here trying to get out of this. Be able to lay the O piece down there. Good placement there. Get the O piece, that next O piece in 3 and 4. Almost fully burned out of this one. Still needs a few more burns to be completely safe. But ladies and gentlemen, Valor, the coach himself, is staying alive like a BG. Hell yeah!
Andy Gibb will be so proud of you right now.
I know.
26,000 for Valor. He's going to suffer a game, but he's finally cleaned it up. He'll get his first Tetris. There you go, finally. 49,000. The golf clap for the coach to get his 1 Tetris. Meanwhile, Mike is at 78,000. So you can kind of say here, GD, that they're both having tough games in this one to begin. Not really anybody burning.
Yeah, both of them getting the SPS. This might just be a really rough seed for SPS with both players having to do a decent amount of digging. But despite the digging that Valor was into, Valor is still relatively close, only about 11,000 points behind. About 45 lines into level 18 speed right now, probably about a third of the way through before the transition. This is still very, very much anybody's game.
So, GD, have you gotten coached from the coach himself?
Yes, I have gotten coached from Valor. I got coached by him back in June, and I have to say, unequivocally, he did wonders for my post-play. I did strategies with him that completely focused on post-play, because I feel my 18's pretty solid, but the thing is I just constantly kept dying early whenever I get into post-transition. A lot of the tactics that he taught me about using bowl strats, for example, making sure I look at the board and know the way that it's shaped as far as like 2 wides and 3 wides, being able to build out my left and being able to focus on board health as opposed to just always going for Tetrises. It exponentially helped me in my game, not only in my 19, but also in my 18 as well by translation.
So you heard it here. Big help is the coach with GD's current game right now. Closing in on Maxed Out City. He's getting close. Should be hitting there anytime soon. 191 for the coach. 191 for Mike. Oh, we got a sells a nice close game. 4 lines of difference at the moment.
Yeah, still very neck and neck in this one. Currently a little over halfway through pre-transition play. Getting a little bit of a valley right now for Valor in the middle of the board. Valor is burning it down pretty well, however. JL dependency turned it into an L dependency, but managed to get the Lombard to fill that one in. Well is not reopened yet for Valor, but the well is not open yet either for Mike. So still not in the best of shape for either player to really get back to scoring. Slight misdrop right there from Valor, but Valor should be okay. Valor is mostly okay. O-piece, really well-timed O-piece right there for Valor. Needs a long ball right now. Unfortunately, Mike's in trouble right now. Mike's in trouble right now. Mike's in a little bit of trouble. 30 Tetris right there for the coach, Valor. Slamming it down like a boss. And just like that, unfortunately, Mike is done. And the coach takes this one and is up 1-0. Hell yeah!
All right, GG's there. Man, oh man, Mike had a really dirty Tetris to stay alive, but just could not get out of the mess. Tough break there. So both guys will update the seeds. Coach, great survival from him throughout. Well, certainly could have topped out earlier, but did what he had to do. Nice job there. Suffer, yeah, indeed. Zar Jordan suffer starts for both.
Yeah, definite suffer starts, but both players have the hearts of lions the way they dig. There are a lot of players out there where you run into situations where you're just not getting good pieces. You just clam up and you just start playing really bad.
2, 1, Tetris!
Alright, so they get underway, game number 2 happening. Plenty of blue and red to start. Ginny, this is the first time in a long time for Mike to be at a live event. Last time was at the Pittsburgh qualifier, your hometown, right? You
Yes.
was there in 2019.
Yep, my hometown of Pittsburgh. I went to 2 qualifiers there before I became a serious player. 2018, I went to one where really the only players there were the people playing in it. And then 2019, a testament to how the game exploded after JD won the championship in 2018. There were about 30 to 40 people all watching there when I went to that one. And that event's actually what inspired me to become a serious player.
I'm sorry.
And no apologies, no apologies, no apologies.
Chris apologizing for the entire Tetris community. 94,000 for Mike, 70,000 for the coach as things are getting underway.
Yeah, both players pretty clean right now in the early goings here. 95,000 for both players right now. Over X4 paces currently. 21 lines for Valor, 22 lines for Mike. Tetris going down for Mike. Valor is not Tetris ready right now, but is Tetris ready with that long bar, followed up by a Tetris. Both players back to business right now. Both players clean.
You can see the anxiety here in this match because Foil Thrice's leg is just going crazy over there. His nerves are kicking in. He's like, oh my god, who's going to win this match? It's crazy.
Do you think this is going to be hype? Wait till we get to some of the elite matches later on.
I know, me and Sodium are going to kill it in this match. Yeah.
Oh, I am ready to call that one.
My word.
I am ready to call that.
Sodium's going down. King's got to prove to the world he's the best, baby.
Hey, don't you know you're riding with the king, says Eric Clapton.
200,000 now for Mike, 189, make it 212 for the coach, gets Tetris to get things moving along. Board issues for the coach as he is making adjustments to allow for pieces to fall perfectly. Would have looked square, but gets an L instead. That donut shop of his here in the middle, looking to get uncovered.
Yeah, both players in a little bit of a slight dig right now, but Mike did open up a little bit faster. Is Tetris ready? Mike scores a Tetris to get out of this dig. Meanwhile, Valor's still in a little bit of a dig mode right here. Valor, it does take a double to be able to burn it down a little bit. Lombard over on column 10 will help a little bit there, but does create a J piece dependency, which unfortunately he had to seal off at the last second. But he is mostly okay right now. Unfortunately, no real good place to put that S piece. So Valor's still in a little bit of dig mode right now. Valor about 70% of the way up the board. Valor's got to be really, really careful right now. Valor is still positioning pretty good right now. Valor's still doing the digs he needs to do. Valor's still getting the Lombard over the side. Still really good strats right here. Still trying to dig. Not fully out of the woods yet, though. Really well-timed piece right there to be able to try and put that down. Still getting it down, still getting it down. Be careful, Valor. Careful, Valor. Careful here. One down right there. Lay that over. Not really getting the best pieces here to be able to dig out of this, but he's fighting with everything he has right now.
Yeah, he's doing everything right. He's getting this stack to burned away one piece at a time. David Bullitt strats brick by brick as always.
Yeah, he's mostly out of the danger height right now. Not fully clean to be able to get back to scoring. Unfortunately, has a misshift right there. Luckily, that misshift was not ultra high, so he should be able to work around it. That's only going to damage his pace that much more. This has allowed Mike Winseneck to take a pretty sizable lead of about 70,000 points. Both players separated by only about 2 lines, so this is a true 70,000 point. So roughly around 3 Tetris lead for Mike W right now. However, there are still 40 lines left to go to a transition, so anything can happen. And Valor is fully cleaned out and finishes the dig with a good old-fashioned Tetris. Great survival skills right there from the coach. Hell yeah!
Burning fundamentals 101 right there.
That's pretty much, yeah, that's basically what happened there. Burning fundamentals, Straco was saying.
Yeah, right now it's Mike's turn to dig right now. Mike still holds a lead right now of a little over 2 Tetrises, but he's going to have to try and dig out of this one pretty quickly if he doesn't want Valor to get a chance to catch up. Because Valor is deadly whenever he has a clean board. He's an extremely, extremely consistent player and very, very good builder. Everybody runs into their dig situations from time to time, but when a player of Valor's stature runs into a dig, you have to take maximum efficiency to take advantage of it because he will get those points back when he gets out of it.
Back at the bottom is Mike. He's at 365, Coach at 323, keeping up. Coach is also behind in line, so that is advantageous for him. He's about a Tetris back and 6 lines also behind. So definitely looking good for Coach to make this a very interesting transition as we're getting close. 120 lines each. Coach has the lead by 3,000 points out of Tetris. Now it's up. Mike matches it. Oh, man, 2,000 points. We're about to go to transition. Mike's getting himself adjusted so he can get set. He knows what we're heading into. Spicy transition time.
Yeah, 1 line left till transition here for Mike. Mike safely right there just goes into transition without trying to build for a final Tetris. Transitions with 404. Valor transitions at 418. We're off and running at the top speeds, ladies and gentlemen. Mike's got to win this one to force a Game 3 decider. Valor just needs to win this to be able to move on to the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see double kill screens here. Hell yeah!
All right, so Mike's going to start with low strats at 413. We're on level 20. Coach at 432. Both players just want to keep this board nice and low. Neither of them going to try to get dangerous. They'll set up the board appropriately where needed.
Oh, missed that adjustment right there. Yeah, Mike W. could have had a Tetris there. I think he missed the adjustment at the last minute, but he finally does get a Tetris there. Luckily, did not hurt his pace too much, but that was a situation where if the wrong pieces came, that could have really got him in trouble. Does end up getting another Tetris. Both players neck and neck right now. 461,000 level 21 for Valor. 471,000 also level 21 for Mike W. Still a lot of time left to go in the post-transition play, but both players really, really clean right now. Both players giving it everything they got.
So again, best of 3 here. So Mike is on the ropes. He's got to force the hand to make the decider. Could use some help by RNG to mess up the Coach. Right now, both boards under control. Coach with the Tetris ready one, and there it is, Lombard. Bang! There's a Tetris, Coach at 545. Mike at 496, hanging in there. He's on level 23 already.
Valor does score another Tetris, going to 575,000. Both players level 23. Valor has opened up about a 2.5 Tetris lead currently. Valor does reopen the well, almost sealed it right there at the last second. Really, really smart play, not creating a Lombard dependency right now. But RNG's trolling him a little bit here. This could be a little bit dicey. Valor doesn't think of safety. Valor did not go for the safety. Valor did not go for the safety there, and it pays off! It pays off! And Valor blasts a Tetris home, opening up a 100,000 point lead right now over Mike Winzenek. But Mike Winzenek is clean right now. Mike still needs a few more pieces to be able to get ready to start scoring some Tetrises, but he is still alive. Unfortunately, he's a little bit ahead right now of Valor's pace. 191 lines, 189 lines right now for Valor. Still about a 100,000 point lead, but a hang right there for Valor. Hang right there for Valor, the Lombard. This is going to be dicey if Valor can't get it down. Valor does able to get 2 down. He might be able to get that 7 left over. 7 left quick tap might be able to go over for Valor if he's able to get a Lombard, but the Lombard is not coming, unfortunately. Valor's in a little bit of trouble here. Mike is clean right now. Mike's burning it down right now. Mike is still behind by about 95,000 points, though. But Valor is not out of the dead yet. Valor is not dead yet. Valor's still burning down right now. Unfortunately, only going to get a single out of that, but Valor getting dangerously high here. Dangerously high is Valor right now. Still getting a little bit trolled by him. Oh, he got it over! He got it over, but then he's done! Valor is done at 642. Mike Winzenek, you have a chase down. You need 642,320 to take game number 2. You have a chase down of 642. Okay, 563,000 currently right now. He's gonna definitely need a Tetris. Probably gonna need 2 Tetrises possibly because he's only got 10 more lines left to go. 1 Tetris will put him in. He's definitely gonna need 2 here. Set up for 1. He's set up for 1 Tetris right now. Set up for 1. Give him a Lombard. Give him a Lombard. There's Lombard. There's 1. Needs 1 more to take this. 1 more Tetris takes this for him. 1 more Tetris takes this. It's getting dicey right now. 6 more lines. Be real careful. He needs a Lombard to be able to go down the side. Set up for an Anawell here. Get set up for an Anawell. He's set up for the Anawell. Needs 1 more. Needs 1 more. Get it there. He got it! Winzenek gets the Tetris, going in the kill screen, winning it by 5,000 points. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our first decider. Hell yeah!
Amazing. What an amazing game. Very nicely done. Mike, the pro, knew to switch over. That board was not going to get ready. Gets it done. Excellent job. Amazing. And hands in the chat for anybody that had their eardrums exploded with Grand's final call there.
Hey, you know the hype's got to come in those big moments.
So there we go. Well, you got a big moment now, GD. This is it. Game number 3 is the decider. We're getting our first decider of the day. This is excellent news.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, get out them drinks, pour that cider, because we got the D-cider coming. Game number 3 is breaking free. In 3, 2, false start. Go ahead and give me a 5-yard penalty, false start. They looked like they were ready. They were both on the screen. They looked like they were ready. Fix it in post, Burb says.
You now need to move 5 more yards away from the
Yes, I do.
All right, we're good now, GD.
All right, now we're good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, pour out that cider and start drinking it, because game number 3 is breaking free in 3, 2, 1, Tetris! Hey, I'll make those 5 yards back later.
There you go. So we tone it down. Here we go. We're back to level 18 after a spicy game number 2, going all the way to kill screen for Mike to get it done. Excellent job by him. Really, it's a really good game. Kind of, we knew we were gonna see an excellent one. Mike showing you he still has the chops, baby. Love it.
Yeah, a lot of players from the old school, they definitely have a lot of consistency, and they are very, very solid when it comes to good, smart play. Where a lot of players that are newer, ones that might not have as much tournament experience as someone like Mike Winzenek has, a lot of times they aren't as well versed into knowing when to shift current kinds of strategies and when to go aggressive and when to go conservative. But a lot of players over time are definitely able to learn that, though.
And the answer to Van's question is yes.
Hey, Rhubarb saying this matches the hype. That's exactly what I want to hear. Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
There you go. You heard it from GD himself. 94,000 on the left, 104 for Mike on the right. And things are kind of getting into their early stages. Only about 26 lines in. Interesting setup here for Mike as he is trying to figure it out.
I'm always behind the camera for some reason.
Actually, he didn't go long bar over to the right side.
Yeah, Mike's getting a little bit in trouble right now. Mike should be able to burn this one down, but he did get about 50% or so of the way up the board. Now created a Lombard dependency. Unfortunately, pretty much forced to put that L piece in. Did reopen the dependency again. If Lombard finally does come for Mike to be able to get that one out. Still not out of the woods, though, however. Mike, not really a good placement right there with that Z piece. Still burning, though, but it's still not in danger zone right now. But able to get that Lombard over the side. Able to open up a well. Only going to be a split triple if he gets anything down the well. But he does end up taking the burn right there and does end up getting the split triple. Mike W. is out of that dig. That was a really, really close one, but he is still alive and kicking.
Strat here for Mike is to just keep it under control. Mike, you've seen Mike. He definitely plays conservative. He doesn't get crazy here. You know, he doesn't go for those insane builds. He takes his time. He'll burn things down. You saw in the post-transition he was going with the triples and doubles where needed. And at the end of the day, it worked. It got him to stay in the game. Valor, honestly, one of the most exciting long bars over to the left I've ever seen. It was amazing. I didn't even know he could rotate it at that last second. But still only ends up being a highlight reel. But we're here into the cider now. Coaches, try not to get upset, if you want to call it that, right?
Yeah, Coach right now is one of only 4 players in the bracket to get max outs during the qualifiers. The next lowest score under that, the 5th seed, is almost 170,000 points lower. So that would definitely say Valor is one of the favorites to try and take this event. This would definitely, unequivocally, be a major upset if Mike Winzenek's able to pull this off.
272 for the coach, 210 for Mike. Mike, see, there you go. He's staying in. He's playing safe, keeping the board under control, take the burns when he needs. It's the right gameplay. It's honestly the right gameplay.
He's doing exactly what he needs to do right now. He is behind Valor about 80,000 points, but he's not at the point yet where he really needs to start trying to go ham. Because there's still 50 lines left to go to transition. Right now, Valor's doing a little bit of setup right now. Had a really big spire in column 7 and 8. Not going to be able to start scoring Tetrises immediately, so this little bit of burn time that Valor's been getting into with a fully clean board that Mike has. Mike knows enough through his tournament experience when to turn on the aggression and when not to, and it looks like he turned on the aggression right at that moment as soon as he saw Valor got into a little dick situation. Very, very smart tournament play right there from Mike, as he has closed the gap right now, 286,000 to 327,000. Valor had nearly a 100,000 point lead at one point, but it has been cut down to only about 2 Tetrises.
So Joey Parker likes to say we're about to hit the turn. There it is, the turn for Mike. He's over 100 line. Coach is getting close to his turn to 95 at the moment, 350 to 315. Still close game here, GD. Anything goes.
Definitely anything goes. Both players look like they're extremely solid as far as the way that they've been played. In all 3 of these games so far, there have been some digs from a lot of the players, but nobody's really made any kind of like bad moves. A lot of times just like they were just doing whatever RNG gave them, or just nowhere really good to put a piece. And we really haven't seen any like horrible misshifts or horrible misdrops. A lot of it's really coming down to the general building skill of the players, and that's exactly what we want here. 343 from Mike, 398 for the coach. There's a Tetris on his side to go to 421. Keeping things calm. Everybody's calm and cool. Mike will transition first, so Mike will be at the disadvantage because the coach is ahead in score, behind in line, so coach has all the advantages in his place. Yeah, and whenever you get to the later levels, every Tetris could be over 30,000 points. So having as much as a 12-line lead with maximum efficiency could be 6 digits worth of points. So that definitely cannot be lost on the viewers of this one. Another Tetris for Valor. It's 471,000 for Valor. Meanwhile, transition from Mike at 397. Tetris right after transition. Off and running at the top speeds right now as Mike wins the neck. Still behind by about 50,000 or so points, but playing it safe, just burning it down when he needs to right now. Just waiting for that right moment to pounce with the aggression. Definitely the right moves here, especially considering the fact that Valor's still relatively ahead and behind in lines. He probably wants to see what Valor's going to do, how he's going to play when he gets to post-transition. Is he going to play it conservative, or is he going to try and go ham? There's definitely merits to both strategies here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the coach, you know, he's going to play it safe. He has the lead, 505 to 434, so he knows he can play a little safer. He's going to force Mike to try and get a little aggressive, and I think Mike's going to try to just do what he always does. He's going to see he's taking a nice safe route, did not look to build up, went for the triple, to build his board, get safe, and there he is. Tetris ready already.
Yeah, Mike also has slightly caught up in lines right now. He's only about 10 lines behind now. Was about 7 lines behind. However, Valor still holds a lead of about 60 or so thousand. Oh, Valor misshifts! Valor misshifts! This could be dangerous. This could be what Mike needs to pull the upset. This is going to be close here for Valor. Valor's not dead yet, though. Valor's going to get... Oh, no! Valor has another hang right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to get anything over. Valor's in trouble. Valor's done! 520! Mike wins the neck. You need 520,540. So 521 to be safe to take this and pull the first major upset of the tournament. You have 474,000 points. You only need about 50,000 points. You're at level 23. You could safely line this out. You don't need to get aggressive. You do not need to go for any Tetrises right here. Just take what the game gives you. If a Tetris comes, great. If it doesn't come, that's great too. You're definitely capable of lining this one out. 482,000, level 24 currently right now.
Did you say Boo earns?
Still in pretty good shape right now. Just playing at the bottom of the board right now. Looks like he's just trying to play it as safe as possible, just trying to line this out. 487 now. Only needs about 35,000 points. At this stage, one Tetris will seal it. It looks like he's going for it. He's going for it! And he gets it! 519! 2,000 more points finishes this. 2,000 more points finishes it, and that'll do it! Ladies and gentlemen, Mike wins the neck, the 2012 CTWC finalist, shows the crowd he still has what it takes, knocks off the number 4 seed Mr. Valor, and is moving on to the Elite 8. Hell yeah!